Hello and welcome to this week's Project Love Showcase. Today we're going to be showcasing Taiko, Catch the Beat and Mania. Feel free to skip around to your preferred game mode, and without further ado, let's get into the showcase. Coming to Love this week is a huge collab hosted by Noko_BSF, with 22 different mappers covering 24 parts of the song. The map showcases all of their different styles, some having more typical patterns, others featuring difficult rhythm, and even one part with crazy SVs. It's a 6-minute marathon, but the various styles are so interesting that it goes by in no time. Try it out yourself! Mariquita Break Call by 7_7 is, to put it short, insanity materialised. With an extreme amount of 1/6 and 1/4 patterns, 1/8 doublets and a respectable 220 BPM, this map is as hard as it gets for maps that are still manageable to full combo. While we expect the usual gods to eat this map like breakfast, we would love to see scores from other top players that look to show off their skills in a big manner. Enjoy. Minato Yukina is by no means a new face to the Love section, already having a whopping 12 maps in the category. This map is one of the many nervous breakdowns he has created, and the name suggests it is quite heavy on nerves due to the constant jumps combined with hyperchains. To top it all off, the nervous breakdown difficulty has some unique hit sounding done to it from various other games. While the nervous breakdown is probably the most known difficulty, it isn't the only difficulty in the set. Milkwa, Yumi no Himiko and X-Gon have created some well-made difficulties too. All three difficulties offer a wide variation in overall difficulty and patterns, whether it be the salad, rain or overdose. Even though it isn't a full spread, the set will be playable in one way or another for almost everyone. Whereas the other picked Osu Catch map for this week's Love round is from a mapper with quite some prestige both loved and rank wise. Here I'd like to introduce you to someone that hasn't seen any kind of loving as of yet. Enter Farzan 2000, an Indonesian mapper that has been very steadily improving in 2019. He's made some very fun maps in this period such as the Pretender. The map itself is very straightforward in its style, being fairly jump heavy throughout, with some jump streams in the solo. It does make for a very comfortable and enjoyable experience. However, with high-end players being able to really let loose with hidden and or hard rock turned on, so do give this perhaps more obscure map a spin, as I'm sure most of you will definitely enjoy it. You might remember Razzy's opening gambit in Loved, Groundhog, a wonderfully simple but effective SV chart, and now she returns to Love with a more complex but just as effective long note chart in Poetic Justice / Away. The chart is an LN experience that encapsulates such a large range of patterns, including mini LN streams, effective mini jack and tech transitions, 3-column inverse as well as full inverse, difficult but satisfying release patterns, and almost anything else you can think of. Each of these LN elements is impressively tied to distinct sounds and sections of the chart, all being logical and matching very well from a player's perspective. All of this charted to a rather rare music genre of hip hop and rap. Poetic Justice / Away proves to be a unique, satisfying and extremely effective long note chart that more than deserves its past use in high-end tournaments, and now its nomination for OC Mania Love Section.
Poetic Justice, yes. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. And I know just what you want. Poetic Justice, put it in the song, alright. Every time I write these words, they become a taboo. Making sure my punctuation curve, every letter is true. She wanna go and party, nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that a good game, homie, sorry. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down. If I told you that I'm flat for you, then I'd who would you trust that I be? Yes. Love is not just a verb, you looking in the mirror. Love is not just a verb, you looking for it, baby. Call me crazy. We're so new to this life, but goddamn, you gotta adjust it. I mean, I write poems and these songs dedicated to the fun sex, your natural head, your soft skin, and your big ass and that sundress. Woo! Good God, what you doing that walk for?
White gets another chart nominated into the Love Section with his rendition of Jomeka's Ato. To call the chart relentless is an understatement. Ato has non-stop 1/6 bursts at 234 BPM, with occasional doubles, 1/4 split jump trills, and many extended 1/6 light jump streams sandwiched in its fairly short 3-minute lifespan. The first 2 minutes practically has no break, so you'll most likely find yourself running on fumes by the time you reach the longer jump streams in the chart. This chart is fairly popular among high-level players, and for good reason. It's straightforward, it's fast, it's comfortable to play through, and the song is remarkably catchy. Even the split jump trills in the chart, which under normal circumstances would be very rigid to play through, feel like slicing through butter. The bursts and streams in the chart fit the song extremely well, and it's not hard to see why this chart is well praised among the high-level playing community. Starting off with K-pop and turning into something choiry, Flexo123 comes back to Project Love with another O2 style chart, this time with a J-rock track. Inversions and dense 1/4 LN chord streams with varying lengths are commonplace in this map, and it's definitely not a cakewalk to go through these patterns, clocking in at a seemingly tame BPM of 129. As the chart progresses, hints of what is yet to come are presented with increasingly rigid chord streams and inclusion of 1/8 LN dumps. A fair amount of breaks are presented between main sections to work as breathers, but even those get progressively harder, which ends things at a staggering section with tons of 1/8 LN inversions, which at times goes to be double staircases mixed into longer LNs. A fair challenge for anyone wanting to test their LN reading and inverse streaming skills.
Fly,